sorry that I can't keep it together. Maybe it's the trauma, or maybe it's the drugs. I can't seem to control my fucking temper. But the problem lies in not being enough. I lost my sense of humor in the battle for my mind. Now I'll slip away with one last puff this time. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my mind. Substance suicide, only time with no regrets is letting myself die. Forgive me for the outburst with your neighbors. My actions don't reflect what's in my soul. I never found the right way to relate or take in and display a better role. The chemicals that shape me are buried deep this time. I'm sorry that I can't keep it together. Maybe it's the trauma, or maybe it's the drugs. I can't seem to control my fucking temper. But the problem lies in not being enough. I lost my sense of humor in the battle for my mind. Now I'll slip away with one last puff this time. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my mind. Substance suicide, only time with no regrets is letting myself die. Forgive me for the outburst with your neighbors. My actions don't reflect what's in my soul. Never found the right way to relate or take in and display a better role. The chemicals that shape me are buried deep this time. My family's already given up, it's fine. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my mind. Substance suicide, the only time with no regrets, letting myself die. Substance suicide, assisted by my fickle friend. I'll finally lose my life. The substance suicide, the only time with no regrets is letting myself die. Is letting myself die.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Oh yeah! Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence on this 6 October in the year of our government shutdown dumpster fire 2025. Monday edition. I'm your host, Ken, your host. Where the fuck Massey at? Anyways, I think Massey's busy doing shit. Anywho, got a guest tonight, Alex Bonilla. Look like the way I threw that Spanish thing in there. Hala pues. Alex Bonilla. From Mental Warrior 22, he'll be on soon at the top of the next hour. But first, we got news and shit to talk about. I'm glad you all are all here. I see the chat's already rolling and... Oh, wait, hang on. I got to open up my other chat that I have. Other chats that I have to talk to chats with other chats. There we go. So how you guys doing today this Monday? No individuals, are y'all? I'm not even broadcasting. There you go. Why'd you guys just fucking say something? Damn, I gotta do my whole spiel over again. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence on the 6th October in the year of our government shutdown dumpster fire 2025. We have a guest tonight, Alex Bonilla from Mental Warrior 22. What's up, Joseph? How y'all doing? Are y'all in the chats? Boy, that was embarrassing. That was because I had to tell my lovely co-host Spanky I love her. There you go. And she's my teammate. She's my fire. So, anywho, man, how embarrassing. How you guys doing today? Real quick, are you all okay in the shutdown? Everybody know we're gonna get paid. If you guys know already, the government is still closed, and we still have finger pointing going on, and the most righteous of sombrero memes. I am freaking digging the memes. Have y'all seen the memes? The sombrero memes. I'm freaking loving it. Hey, look. This is what it's all about. I'm laughing my ass off at all. By the way, today is Taco Day Eve. Tomorrow is National Taco Day, which ironically falls on Taco Tuesday. You'll notice I'm wearing my Sugar Skull Stormtrooper helmet. Anda pues. But can we GOP pass the CR without the Dems? So we just have to change the Senate rules to simplify the minority. Bro, I'm just kind of wondering. I wish there was some sort of protection that our service members and our government workers have against bullshit like this. Because right now, it's looking pretty bad when it comes to our troops possibly not getting paid if this thing doesn't pass. Now, here's the thing. I think that there are banks out there that are okay, and banks out there that are kind of predatory, and banks out there that are legit want to help. All right? I know organizations, and I'm talking about for the service members, I'm talking about like AER. Make sure you donate to AER. Here you go. Bam! Proud supporter, AER. I'm not getting heated up yet, so I'm not going to fan myself with AER propaganda. Make sure you donate to AER. AER has already got some loans out, or already has put the word out on some loans and possible grants, depending on what your situation is. And make sure you donate to AER anyways. But also, make sure you reach out to them. Other banks, I'm not going to pronounce these. I'm not going to say these banks because then it makes it sound like I'm being paid to say these banks' names. There are other banks out there that are very military affiliated, credit union-ish like, and they were offering loans to pay soldiers, service members over a month. And woo, man, it's looking pretty bad. Right now, everyone's finger pointing. Everyone's crying and complaining. There you go. There you go. Drop them all in there. Drop them all in there. Or drop all those in there. I'll just fucking say it. USAA, yeah, and Navy Federal Credit and Pentagon Federal Credit. They're all throwing their names in there. I'm gonna say right now, what's going on between the Republicans and the Democrats? Everyone's like, well, because of Republicans, well, because of Democrats. Every fucking time we have a shutdown, they're always finger pointing at each other, and they all want to use this as props for the troops, for the troops, for the troops. And they're saying, well, we could just do. I just wish there was no tie to it, to our pay, so that way the troops can get their to get paid on time. I think I saw an article right before we went on the show with my disorganized ass, and I saw there's going to be some civilian spouse assistance that's not going to be given out funds and stuff like that. I'm just kind of like, it's always the service member. The government employees, I care, but I'm more focused on our priority is the service member. Our priority are the veterans and the retirees. And what are we what's going to have, what are we going to do with our money? What you doing with our money? I want to get paid. They need to get paid. Everyone's like, well, understanding that, the soldiers could just this. Yeah, that's good coming from somebody who's a lieutenant colonel or a major or a 1-star through 4-star. But a private, a specialist, a buck sergeant, I don't know if they're going to be able to carry their money out that much. It's insane. When we go back and forth with the paying once a month or paying twice a month, I was always in the month. Yeah, exactly that. Stewie, where's my money, man? Where's my money, Brian? I was an end of month guy myself when I did my pay. So really that kind of like, why did I think that's why I did that. Anyways. I did that a long time ago. There's a government shutdown way back in the day of different, I don't remember which one it was. And they told us, you better do this. If you have mid-month pay, this is gonna happen, and blah, 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 blah. So I got scared. I was like, oh shit. I want my $2 exactly. Did you know John Cusack? He blocked me on Twitter. Anyways, and so that kind of scared me. I want to get my mid-month pay. Shit. I want to get my pay. That way it's through the month and I can pay my bills and all that stuff. And so I ended up changing my pay to end of month pay, and everyone was like, oh, well, you're better off doing it that way because this and this. And they made sure ICE was funded multiple years, no impact there. I don't know why. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Other government agencies like the DEA, they're going to be ICE, Social Security, Veterans Administration. What's going to happen with that? Why am I not surprised John blocked you? I said something. What was it? He got butthurt about the Gold Corp shit. And then when that happened, I tried to explain myself. I said, look, man, you're getting information from second, third, fourth hand idiots. Let me tell you what happened. It didn't matter. I got blocked. He still blocked me. So, that Gold Corp thing is what pissed him off. So, I don't know what to say. But I still understand. There are still pop culture references from John Cusack that I just like, man, wouldn't it be cool to hang out with like I said, I'm just telling you. David Spade sent you some angry shit. Oh man, everybody's just pissing us off. All of us are just pissing everybody off about that. So my question goes is that I've seen politicians going back and forth saying it's okay if we have this government shutdown. Who cares? Blah 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 blah. Hey, there's troops that are watching you, that probably voted for you, that are going, why are you saying I voted for you? Why aren't you fighting for the troops? Everybody right now at this point who likes to talk about the troops, and it's because of the troops, They fight for the troops. We support. Don't you? Do you hate vets? Those questions that come up. Everyone should be speaking for the troops. I'm talking about. When I say the troops, I'm talking about staff sergeant below. That's what I'm talking. That's the audience that I'm looking at on who's royally getting screwed here. And of course, Sergeant First Class, Master Sergeant, and Sergeant Major, but the privates. That buck sergeant who's got like 2-3 kids, who's already scrambling paycheck to paycheck. Those are the ones that I'm like, oh shit, dude. Wait. Yeah, exactly. I've been told the VA is funded out a year in advance, so I guess we'll see. That's what I'm saying, man. I guess we'll see. I'm kind of, seeing back and forth. This is basically was shut down 1 October. Kind of ironic during like the beginning of the fiscal year, by the way. And due to lawmakers failing to pass a funding bill, exactly that, Quinn. The privates are screwed more than anybody else. This is where leaders need to make sure. Hey, private, doesn't matter. Hey, privates, if you're getting crazy ass messages and multiple messages from your leadership, and they just want to make sure you're good to go. Okay, don't get offended. I'm blocked by the FBI. No, I'm afraid not. Oh, they know who I am. So this is the 21st funding gap and 11th government shutdown in modern American history. During the shutdown, of course, certain federal employees are working without pay, while others are furloughed, affecting various services and operations across the country. Key services include food inspections, national parks. Many federal workers facing uncertainty regarding their job and pay status. So always, man, yeah, exactly that, Pip. AER is available, man, but AER can't fund everybody. I don't think AER, and it's just my personal opinion about what AER should do is, specific cases, should give some money to the troops. Like, give the troops. Do I have flour tortilla? Do you have the flour? I'm really not much of flour. I'm a maíz guy. I'm a fucking corn tortilla. Fucking tacos de carne asada. Chorizo con huevos y papas. That's my kick right there. Yeah, exactly that. Thanks, Pipsy. People who know me know. Our base is stocking up at a food pantry for families on the base. Hey, that's good. That's great. And that's a good point. Donate to your local food pantries on posts. Your soldiers, sailors, the Marine. I know they have like closets or something like that. You could donate. We had a shutdown 12 years ago. I just said that. Wait, what are you talking about? Who's saying we haven't had a shutdown? Wait, trying to accept my work? I said this is the 21st funding, 11th. We had 12 of them with Obamacare. Dude, I'm just doing a roundabout, man. I'm fucking just like talking. Wait, hang on. You guys don't yell at me and shit. The last time Congress passed the budget bill on time was 1997. Flour is the original. Ice is, I'm just saying, man. Just saying. Maybe you're talking about flatbread or something like that, Musa. Or some naan or some shit like that. Or some Ethiopian injera. I don't know. Flour up here. Whoa. Everybody, whoa. I'll decide what I'd like. Y'all like pressing. So speaking of which, I'm glad you brought that up, Musa. I'm glad you touched that button. People telling you what to like or not to like. You should be able to enjoy any flour, corn, tortilla. Tacos de carne asada. Tacos de queso. De seso. Whatever you want. De lengua. Enjoy the type of tacos you like to enjoy. No one should ever say what you like or don't like. Say, for instance, and I'm going to bring this up, the memes, the sombrero memes have been off the chart. Now, I have enjoyed, chuckled, reposted, threw some laugh emojis on the most baller ass sombrero memes that I've ever seen. A lot of my members of the Latino delegation the Mexican delegation of the Center of Mexcellence, have all laughed. Even some of my Puerto Rican, those Latinos, different types of Latinos are enjoying these memes. We think it's fucking hilarious, right? It's fucking funny, right? Everyone's saying, oh no, it's cultural appropriation. You should stop. Low key, I'm getting like white knighted racism against me because I laughed at these memes. I'm like, dudes, why are you getting mad at me? And I mean, my DMs. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a Latino laughing at sombrero memes. Huh? Why should I be ashamed of myself laughing at a sombrero meme? You're racist. I even got called a racist. I got called a racist for laughing at these memes. That generally, if a group is enjoying the humor and memeage, and it's of that group, and everyone else and they're laughing, maybe you should laugh too. Yeah, we can all agree that people who put beans in Texas chili, dessert. Oh my God. Oh, Keith. Ew. Brother, ew, what's that? What's that, brother? So the sombrero memes are going on right now. Currently, it was tweeted out by the vice president about the memes, eating tacos. I don't understand why laughing at people wanting to eat tacos is like, okay, that should be celebrated. Celebration. Let me pull up some of the tweets. Yeah, I was about to say, Holly. Yeah, I was about ready to pull that up. The TikTok account had, and I'm gonna post this up. Had flying sombreros all over the freaking the Capitol. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why is everyone getting mad about sombrero? If Latinos are laughing at it, it's fucking funny, guys. If Latinos are saying, oh my God, look at this shit. This is hilarious. This is funny as hell. Enjoy it. Enjoy laughing with Latinos. Don't laugh at Latinos. Don't get mad at Latinos for saying or calling them racists for laughing at something that is about their own race, about their own heritage background. I don't get it. I really don't. So Holly, for you, since we decided to bring that up, I will window cap that said video of the said video of the sombreros coming out of the over the Capitol. Let's all laugh at this sombrero race.
Nothing beats a jet. Nothing beats a jet.
How is that not funny? How is that not? I mean, I think that's fucking hilarious. Matter of fact, let's go to the timeline right here. All I did was just put sombrero meme. Let's look at the next one right here. Because I'm actually getting a lot of people are getting tired of the Jet 2. Oh my God. How is that not funny? That's freaking hilarious. Oh, orale. What's up, Lex? Hey, I see you in the chat there, Bonilla. Anda pues, I guess. Yeah, fitting that entire taco in your mouth. How can you not... Look, dudettes, it's freaking... It's taco time. Let me see. I mean, all the... This is... Woo! Loaded. Oh, let me fan myself with my AER propaganda. Make sure you donate to AER. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Let's look at some other memes. let's just check out the TL right now. Let's see. Yeah, I know we're gonna get us banned. The last time this happened, exactly that. Last time we did political memes, we literally got freaking people got butthurt. This one right here. Oh my God. Here's the Pope blessing a sombrero. These are memes, guys. Relax. These are memes. Woo! Let me see. Let's just check out another one. There was one where the VP. Here's the one the vice president. Here's right here. This right here. This is so. This is the one that set it off. Oh man. Oh my God. This is awesome. This is freaking hilarious. Again, look, if a Latino's laughing at this and saying it's fucking hilarious, vibe with it. It's fucking funny. I think it's hilarious. Let's just the next one up. The memes on it has been crazy. Here is. Oh, on the families. How many? These are all the timeline, guys. Oh, okay. Let's see let's see. There's an Obama meme with a sombrero. It's not too funny though with Hakeem Jeffries in the. Yeah, I think it's funnier. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. No, did Gavin get a meme? No, he didn't get a sombrero meme. The memes will continue until and that's the other thing too. I'm glad you brought that up, Pip. Let me see. Let me see. I think the vice president did the memes will continue, and everyone got fucking pissed. Let's see. Okay, hang on. There we go. And this is from Fox News. I know you guys. I know we always try to share. I got beef with Fox News on some shit, so I just don't really. I don't want to say beef with them, but sometimes they get butthurt when we make fun of them too. So this was from the presser from Fox News, and this has to do with the memes themselves. And just listen in right quick. And if you ban us, Fox, shut up. We are highlighting the memes. So let's listen right quick. Yeah, exactly that. This is more entertaining than most news that comes out of the White House. Yeah, exactly that, Spiky. Can we not troll the government to open? Hang on, let's play this video.
Okay, go ahead and ask the second question.
So the president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw.
Recently, you've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful to post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even, poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the President of the United States about that. Okay, go ahead and ask the second question.
So the president's been posting...
Oh, man. Let me see. You heard it. You hit it right here, right? Hang on. Let me play it again.
To you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the President of the United States about
Oh, you my mic. Oh, lordy. I think, and of course, counter memes and other memes are coming up. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing my ass off. I cough up a lung. Baby memes come up. Yeah. So, anyways. If I'm wearing a sombrero, isn't it cultural appropriation and it's shade? Well, that's what I'm saying. And I'm being, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't understand why everyone. Look, I got one of my shows. I did a drunk history. I did drunk history of Cinco de Mayo. I even sang in Spanish. I even donned a sombrero myself, and I got so much shit for it. I got so much crap for doing that, saying that I should, like, what the hell? I'm impressed that a Marine can keep his composure that long. And I got so much shit saying that I was culturally, I was being I was appropriating stuff outside of my culture. I guess some individuals didn't know me. But there are some hats, very large hats that people wear out in the fields or wearing out in the farms or something like that. That's, I mean, it'd be no different if it was a cowboy hat. What if it had been a cowboy hat? So, VP Vance is more baller than Dick Cheney, and he shot a dude. Yeah, never go hunting with Dick Cheney. Let's see if we got a couple more before we have Alex come on. Okay, so this was the left's counter to it. And I'll be honest with you, during the election, this might have some sounds that you guys might want to remove your kids from the audience. This is the yeah, exactly, the Speedy Gonzalez show, and Solo Polk Rodriguez, and all those guys. I don't know, you guys. I'm only gonna play a few seconds of it because I don't know if this is gonna get removed or whatever from all the censors and all the because this is supposed to be. I know X won't give a shit, but Meta might cry out like a bitch and either because last time we played something like this that had any suggestive. Well, I'll just show you the image with that, and then I'll play this. Okay. That's funny too. I never understood the couch thing. Where did the couch thing come from? I don't get that either. I don't understand where the couch where did the couch meme and him when he was running saying he was gonna fuck a couch or something like that. Maybe I didn't get too far into the mix of all that. I don't think it's I mean, it was like okay, was it supposed to be some sort of burn or something like that? It just, I don't know, maybe just because the left can't meet. Yeah, exactly, not the couch. So
look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats. Look, guys, there's no way.
Okay, so this is what the president put out. This is from his Truth Social account. And this right here got oh, his hillbilly Jill. Okay, hillbilly. Okay, gotcha. Yes, everyone's saying, like, was it supposed to be like a fuck your couch thing from Chappelle or something like that? This is what the president posted on I guess Truth Social. And this is what
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
That was from the president's social media platform. Obviously done by AI. The rumor started as a joke on a social media platform, falsely claimed that Vance, described a situation involving a cow. Okay, so it was a false. Okay, got it. Falsely claimed that Vance. Okay, I was wondering where that thing came from. Because I was kind of like, huh, what? That's I never understood that. I guess I didn't read the book. I didn't read Hillbilly Elegy, so I'm sorry I didn't read that. I do remember when he was running for office, me and Massey were going back and forth saying, wouldn't that be against the social media policy? See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think that's posted on a Truth Social or something like that. We don't have Truth Social, so I don't. I didn't read the book, but I did watch the movie. Okay, well, like I said, I remember when the election was going on, me and Massey were breaking balls about his do you hate Mexicans? Are you a racist? Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? And we were laughing at it. We were laughing at it so hard because he said, "Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?" We didn't know where he was going with that. Leave the sock puppets out of this. Huh? That's from his that's from True Social. I guess must be having another conversation inside the chats because I was just posting from the president's what was being posted on the president's social media platform. I'm like the third. I'm hang on, fat myself here. I'm getting verklempt. Talk so much yourselves. Make sure you donate to AER, supporting soldiers and their families since 1942. Thank you, Spanky. I appreciate that compliment. I'm the third favorite Mexican. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. That's right. Third, ana pues. What you got? Why aren't we on truth? I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like it's a buggy account. I don't know. It just isn't. It's just like me not being on Blue Sky. If I'm on Truth, then I got to be a Blue Sky because I got to hear both sides and stuff like that. I have friends that have tempted their way onto Blue Sky and have been banned immediately. And so it's like me going on to Truth or me going on to Blue Sky. If I say anything that's counter to whoever is in that fucking echo chamber, I'm going to be, at least with Twitter, I can go banter back and forth and argue with some people, and they can tell me I'm fucked up and racist, or they can tell me I'm misogynist, I believe in bigamy and whatever. Oh, they can say I'm alt-right, or I'm alt-left, or I'm fucking, whatever. I'm a devil worshiper, or I'm an ultra-Christian. I've been called all that stuff. And I just don't feel like me asking a question or saying, just like Star Trek, right? The Final Frontier, Star Trek 5. Everyone goes and they think I'm giving up a space analogy here, some pop culture. Cyborg, Spock's brother, half-brother, thought that he was talking to God. They go to the planet in every lore of every religion. And Cyborg goes, what? Hey, we're here to see you, blah, blah, blah. They go by many names, blah, blah, blah. The guy's acting like, the creature's acting like God, right? And he's like, how did you get here? The God says. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And then, Cyborg says, I'm on a starship. It's like, oh, the God, quote unquote, says, the starship, can it help me get my message across the galaxy? Blah, blah, blah. And then Kirk says what? If you guys know the lore, if you guys are true Star Trek sci-fi or pop culture fans, what does Kirk says? What does Kirk say? He goes, excuse me, what does God need with Starship? And McCoy goes, what are you doing, Jim? You don't like freaking what you don't ask the Almighty for some ID. A platform is a platform, but more controllable platform. I'll be honest with you. Although Facebook has its ups and downs, we obviously have some things that we can and cannot. I'm just waiting, like, no shit. I'm literally waiting for U.S. Army WTF moments to just be gone. And the reason why I say that is because we have algorithms that they have Meta has algorithmized, or whatever you want to call it. They have applied so many algorithms that you guys have not seen it, but the page has gone down several times due to memes and stuff like that we've posted all the way back to, since its inception, birthday of January 7th, 2010. So we're just waiting for we're just waiting for the page just to collapse. Don't get me wrong, we'll start a new one, but yeah, whatever. What was that? What was that question there about Latinas? Why aren't we bailing out Argentina? Latinas? Yeah, exactly. Latinas. Facebook is dated. It's like MySpace 2.0. It is exactly that. To the point to where, by the way, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad we're bringing this up. Every video that is streamed live on Meta now on Facebook will now be deleted if it's 30 days old. So if you see it, if you notice, hey, I was on this show and I remember being on this show and blah 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 blah. And you guys streamed it. Yeah, we did. But Facebook now is removing live streams, not recorded videos, not little reels, live streams after 30 days. So I'm just letting you guys know, if you were a guest or you were on the show and you wanted to come on, blah, 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 then you say, oh shit, I remember this show from back in the day. I remember this. Who was the guest at this time? Back in 20 some odd, whatever. It is getting removed from Facebook as we speak. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too. Exactly. Facebook at U.S. Army WTF Moments and Facebook at WTF Nation Radio are run off of different. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's old. You guys got to remember that the one page is older than the other. And so I'm just saying right now, if you have a video, it's a budget thing and storage, Keith. They said they could not keep up with the storage, with the heavy amount of storage, because we were one of the few pages that started up Facebook Live. We partnered with Meta to do Facebook Live, and before it went all algorithmized, and that's when Facebook said, "Hey, you guys want to do this thing called Facebook Live?" And we said, "Sure." We started it up, and the next thing you know, blah 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 blah. Yep, they want to pay for the same videos going viral numerous times. Oh my God, Holly, thank you so much. There are several, and we call it meme inception, or I say psyop inception. I'm not going to badmouth any creators out there or any mill-themed pages, but a lot of you guys are resharing the same shit we posted back in 2012 or 2013 or 2014. We're thinking about that too. We're thinking about bringing back our app. So yeah, it's just you're right nail on the head there. Right on the head, Holly. A lot of stuff that we've posted. Somebody says, "Hey, didn't you guys post this like a few years back?" And we're like, "Yep." And then someone's like, "Oh, well, somebody else is monetizing off or using your shit for clout." We don't fucking care. It's like, it's out there, you know? But anyhow. Oh shit, I'm running late. I got a freaking guest coming up. I gotta go on break and get freaking Olex on board. Alejandro Bonilla. To get him on the show here and get him set up. So everyone's got some, so yeah, there's a lot of individuals that have taken our content and have recirculated it, and next thing you know, they're like, wow, cool. And someone says, how could you know? I was like, well, I remember that because I was one of the few uploaders to do the video, and I got copies. Like Spanky says, we have receipts. It goes back. So we're going to take a quick break. Smoke them if you got them, and hit the head or latrine, and grab your snacks. And we will be right back with our guest, Alex Bonilla. And I'm looking forward to seeing him come on. So it's good stuff to talk about. I think Spanky hung out with him. Spanky hung out with him at several events too in Tejas with Grunt Style and the Grunt Style Foundation. So I'm looking forward to this. So y'all take a break. Smoke if you got them. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Soldier's tale of wild misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm, Private entities far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep. A midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeants rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep. A midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerged straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeants rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. In the ranks where the wild things roam. Every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange. Army top of the force, it never will change. So raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say Army top of the force every single day.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation.
I am here determined to stop this future. I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Apologies for the delay. Sitting there screwing around with the fucking sound checks, making Lex wait long. Sorry about that, brother.
It's all good.
All right. Oh, man. Well, first off, I want everybody to introduce our guest, Alex Bonilla. Thank you for hanging out. We already got the questions. Is he related to me? And no.
I mean, at this point, you just never know.
Exactly. He is from Mental Warrior 22. And, he's much better to look at. Man, thanks, Ann. Who's that? Who's Ann Vickers? Is she your, who's that? Is that somebody you know?
That's someone I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks. Man, you guys, I feel bad now. Now I got a complex. Freaking.
Should have brought out the sombrero.
I was about to say, I was about to say, maybe you should have put a sombrero on or something. Oh man, wait, welcome to WTF Nation Radio, brother. How you doing, man?
I am good. I'm good. Allergies kicking butt over here on this side of Texas, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, real quick, tell us about yourself, brother.
Well, my name is Alex Bonilla. I am originally from Brooklyn, New York. I also am Latino, but I'm the one with benefits. I'm originally from Puerto Rico, but raised in New York. Joined the Marine Corps for a few years before 9/11, got out, went back to New York, taught 4th grade. 9/11 happened, came back in. Marines said, we're not taking prior service, so crossed over to the Army, made a career in the Army. After my career in the Army, I went back to school, got into mental health. Been working in the mental health field for pretty much about 10 years with different veteran organizations as well for the county, and went back to school. Right now, I am in my final year of my doctorate in clinical psychology.
Clinical psychology. Oh, man.
Yes, sir. I am a father to my broke bestie, who is 8 years old, going on 28. She does a great job at making me believe I'm in charge. And I have a 19-year-old who is currently in the military. He is in the Army, stationed in Italy right now.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, there you go, man. Oh man, clinical psychology. That's man, that is okay. So are you gonna throw some psychology stuff on us now, or are you gonna break your notepad out and it's like, all right, I'm gonna be sitting on the couch? Is that kind of a psychologist or?
No, not at all. Not at all. I am the actual, not the way I envision it. I always say, who better to understand the crazies than a crazy? and I believe in doing it kind of like a cowboy church style, right? Like, let's meet by the fire pit and let's do this that way.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So what is Mental Warrior 22? What is that?
So my daughter and I decided to start Mental Warrior 22. We wanted to spark a conversation, right? It all started with my vehicle. I had decals on my vehicle and people would stop me wherever we went and veterans would open up and start conversation. So we thought about, well, what else can we do to spark conversations and promote resilience, right? Help end the stigma. Let's talk about this stuff, right? Regardless of what capacity, I've been in veteran events where, whether it's a motorcycle event or something else where, some guys play that tough guy role and don't want to open up and talk. So it's a way to kind of have that conversation. And I wanted to do it in a way where it's just in your face, right? No smoke and mirrors, no funny images, no cuss words, nothing, just here it is. And let's make it okay for everyone. My daughter was the one that designed all the images, all the drawings. That was her, my 8-year-old. She did pretty much most of that stuff. She's my little off the side Timu factory. But we wanted to, again, talk about the strength of the struggle. We wanted to promote the resilience, a reminder that healing is a process. It's not a weakness, right? It's bringing the community together. We went with Mental Warrior because as much as I wanted this for my veteran community, well, everyone is a mental warrior, right? That single mom who's trying to make ends meet, she's a mental warrior, right? That college kid trying to make it happen. Everyone is going through something. So it's a way to bring everyone together.
Now, I like that. I like that mental warrior aspect of it, because you were talking about the stigma. From what you've seen in your experiences, what can you explain about the stigma that got you to, to kind of like, what was the fire to get this set up?
Well, I can tell you from my own personal experience, a lot of us come from a childhood where men couldn't cry, right? You had to be tough, you had to suck it up. And that's our childhood. Now imagine the guys from Vietnam era and so forth. And it's not just limited to the guys, right? It's certain women. You have certain moms who have to be tough in front of their kids, right? So they don't cry around them. And it's this unspoken thing. We don't talk about it. I was in the military long enough where you didn't speak of those things, right? You didn't want to be taken off the line. You wanted to continue to contribute. You didn't want to be kicked out. So seeing all those things and finally getting other veterans to open up, myself included, when I went to my first retreat, that was kind of that aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
When someone opened up, I said, oh shit, you're going through that too? And that's where the conversation happened. And the more I talked about it, the more it just became easier, and it was just a weight off of my chest. And I wanted everyone else to feel that, to be able to open up.
How I would say, what's the biggest obstacle to somebody opening up? I know you were talking about the sucking it up, but how do you get into, I guess you would say, how do you crack the nut, or how do you peel back, to get in someone's mind to say, hey man, it's okay. Are there anything that you've said or done that? Because I know that you said you're, like you said, cowboy. I like that cowboy method. What have you done to help veterans, get that, I don't know, to open up, I guess you'd say?
Well, I kind of like to do it it depends, right? You have to know your audience. When you're around certain people, you can tell whether there's a joking kind, right? So you can kind of break the ice with a joke here and there. The guy who stands to the side quiet, you have to approach him differently. Just again, men and women, it really makes no difference in this situation, but it's ultimately creating a safe environment, right? And it doesn't have to be in a literal sense. It's just making them feel comfortable enough and just having that conversation. I've learned in my years that if you ask the right questions or just talk to someone, they'll start talking and they'll tell you everything you need to know. And the more they feel comfortable, the more they'll open up. And that's where, like I mentioned, the fire pit. Mm-hmm. I like to create an environment that even the first time you talk to me or you're around me, if you just want to sit there and vent, you can curse at me all you want. I'll sit there and listen. Or you can just sit there and not say anything. At some point, you're going to feel safe enough to want to open up.
Yeah, that somebody just put that in the comment. Feeling safe is the only way for some to open up. And I will say that do you in your encounters and your experiences, is PTSD? I know for me, from what we've worked with statistically in other veterans groups, do you think that the VA is assisting us more than what it used to?
Oof, that's a tough one.
Well, I don't want to fuck up any VA gigs, so I'm sorry. I don't know.
No. The short answer is they could do better.
Right.
That's fair. I feel that within the VA system, have they come a long way? Absolutely. But I feel that even coming a long way only consists of them just checking the blocks.
Gotcha.
There's more they could be doing. But it's also dependent on location, because there are some places that I hear the stories. They're amazing. They have all these programs. One VA I used to go to, they used to let me go and actually give classes and talk to people about this stuff, while other VAs didn't want any of that. So they could be doing better.
Mm-hmm. Has the VA, I shouldn't say the VA, but have there been other organizations that have approached that you feel like, exactly, somebody just said in the comments, not all VAs are created equal, that have how do I say, not push, and because I know you're still going through you're about ready to get your schooling complete. Have you noticed alternative methods of treatment for like psychedelics and MDMA CBD, CBN, THC. Have you studied those fields as well?
I've also experienced it. Yes, I had the pleasure, the honor of with a couple of organizations that will actually send you to Peru, to the Amazon, or to Mexico to do ayahuasca.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that.
And what's funny about that is that prior to that, I never smoked weed. I never tried any psychedelics, nothing. I went straight to the top and tried the ayahuasca. And I will tell you that in 15 years of therapy, regardless of what type of therapy, trauma, intense therapy, that 1 week of doing the ayahuasca gave me more perspective and clarity than any of that could have. And I came back a completely different person.
You know, I was about to, because I had Tim Jensen from Grunt Style. He said he's going to stuff me in a duffel bag and get me down there. From what you've experienced, can you walk us through a little bit? I mean, what you experienced?
Yeah. So the people that know me very well know that I like to share my first experience with my biological father. We never had a great relationship. When I was 5 years old, he told me, "No one will ever love you. You're going to die alone." It was great speech. I didn't realize until I did the ayahuasca that I lived my whole life trying to be the best at everything. And I didn't know that that was subconsciously trying to prove I'm good enough. The first time that I did the ayahuasca, I thought I was going to spend this whole week working out through my daddy issues. I mean, I might as well should have been a stripper at this point.
Well, you said you talked about OnlyFans. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to digress. Go ahead.
But it was the first night under the ayahuasca and the ceremony when it all started. I found myself, when I went deep into the rabbit hole, when it kicked in, I was surrounded by ancestors. I didn't recognize them, but they felt familiar and they were surrounding me. And I saw my father in a distance and I had that conversation and closure with him. I never had closure with him because while I was in the military and right when I got out, the day my daughter was born, he passed away. He had Parkinson's. Him and I never had a relationship. He did with my other siblings. So I never got the chance to talk to him. But that day, I actually had the conversation and he was telling me he was sorry. I am good enough. And we kind of had that moment. And then he disappeared. That was one of the first experiences that I had there. The rest of it was, well, it was a nice trip.
Did it, I guess because a lot of individuals who don't do hallucinogenics or don't use those types, what did it feel like? What was because I know you could just watch a movie or something like that, but what did you feel? Because I know every person has a different, I guess, trip, I guess you would say.
Right.
So how did it feel for you? Like, did it feel surreal? Did it feel authentic? Did it feel like you were walking in a dream? How did it feel for you?
So you don't realize that you're already in it, right? It's not like taking something and you feel yourself getting high. No, you take a shot of it. It's like a syrup. You take a shot of it, right? And other than when you first take it, everyone initially pukes, right? After that, it takes full effect, but you don't even realize that you're in it, right? Because I'm looking around at the people around me and everyone's heads were like a deer, a turtle, and that all felt real to me.
Right.
And what it does is that it completely removes all the fear receptors in your body. So it allows you to walk through whatever you need to sort through. So there is no fear while you're going through it. But you don't realize that you're actually down the rabbit hole.
Now, when you say like down the rabbit hole, is it like the Matrix? Is it like, I mean, you know how people, I mean, I'm not trying to go into some sort of, subliminal, trying to go into some sort of, esoteric stuff, but it just, so I have had people different experience tell me that it's just like the Matrix. And other people like how you just said it felt real. Other people said that it was dark. I mean, it just, I'm not trying to talk myself out of it. I'm just trying to say, It sounds, yeah, Spanky just said, it sounds almost scary. You know what I mean? It was be like, yeah, I'm a control freak myself. I kind of don't like the feeling of being out of control myself, you know? So if I take a gummy or edible or something like that, you know, and the next thing you know, I'm just chilling and I go to sleep and that's it, you know, or, you know, it's not like alcohol. And so I just don't.
It's about the same.
It's okay.
I'm going to tell you that when you take it, so the beauty of it is that you're not just sitting in a room taking this and going on this trip. No, it's a full ceremony, and there's people there that aren't taking it, holding space to make sure they're watching every individual there.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, so you're not like wandering off a cliff or some shit. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No. So we were in like a little temple, and it was just glass all around, and it's from sunset to sunrise. And sorry, my dog decided that he wanted to.
I'm about to say, you okay back there?
So it is that kind of. Okay. It's a ceremony like that. It's very controlled, but you're not tripping. The beauty of it is that everyone has their own journey, right?
Right.
The crazy thing about it is I didn't know the other veterans that were there prior to the day we arrived.
Gotcha.
And I was able to see their visions and they saw mine. Now, how that happened, I can't explain that, but we spoke about it amongst each other, and we were seeing while we were going through our own stuff, I could see what's going on someone else's vision.
Yeah, you're talking to Spanky. I could use $20 words. I use $10 words. She's like, I'm using the big words. It's isn't it type of projection, right? I mean, isn't it like the vibe? It's like a spiritual vibe. I know a lot of individuals that don't realize that there's a lot of neuron and electronic impulses in your brain that sometimes you don't know if it's coming out or not. You don't know if you're whatever. What was your, I mean, because now you're also studying, you know, in school. Did you have like a scientific, like, if I'm able to see somebody else's visions, I mean, you guys are just basically mentally projecting on each other, right? I mean, that's how it feels like.
So when you mentioned the Matrix, that's how I felt. For that moment, it feels like we're all synced and plugged in, right? Mm-hmm. So I had a moment where for a couple of minutes, I kind of balled up in like a fetal position and I was feeling pain. And the guy next to me holding space, I was telling him everything I was feeling, everything I could taste, everything. Turns out that the gentleman next to me, I spoke of what I went through in that moment was a moment where he almost overdosed on heroin.
Oh, wow.
And he described that to a T before the guy holding space repeated what I said. And he said, wait a minute, that's what he was going through. So we were very in tune with each other. But like I said, the way they talk about ayahuasca, it's a mother, right? And she will show you what you need to see, not what you think you want to see. So when you think you want to go there to sort through some stuff, it's going to show you the root of where it's coming from.
Right.
And it's just a game changer. You don't leave out of there feeling like you're not freaked out by any of it. I think that was probably one of my happier moments. Mm-hmm. And when you go home, I mean, you're super sensitive to a lot of things. I couldn't watch a Disney movie the first 2 weeks. I bawled like a baby on a commercial. That's how sensitive you are.
Yeah. I've heard that. I've heard that you get in. You're basically your emotions and everything are being reset, and you are actually getting what you're supposed to be getting for feelings. And it's like, I've heard that as well. Have you had anybody look at you because of what you're studying and then say, "Hey, why are you preaching this?" I mean, is that in common psychology protocols as well to kind of like, hey, maybe you shouldn't be saying this shit?
Well, most people look at me first and I mean, they think I probably just got a GED and joined the military and that's it. I mean, but when I mentioned clinical psychology, especially because when I came back from the ayahuasca, the day I got back from the ayahuasca, I was the assistant director of the mental health clinic in my county. Gotcha. I put in my 2 weeks notice The day I got back, because my morals and theirs didn't align. I found different ways and saw different ways that I could help people without pushing medication. So that's the difference. I always say that I'm going to be that clinical psychologist, but I always believe that there's another way before deciding to push meds to people.
Right. Yeah, I was always telling people. Yeah, I'm about to say, because a lot of it in the system, when like you're having problems sleeping, they'll end up giving you they want to give you antidepressants, or they want to give you something that has nothing to do with you trying to sleep. They just want to, like, you know, throw pills at you and say, here, take this.
Absolutely. There was a time where the VA would send me a 6-month supply of Vicodin, morphine, Adderall, Ambiens, and a whole bunch of other meds. And they would send, again, a 6-month supply of this, and they wanted me to take it. And they wanted me to take it 3 times a day. There's no way in hell.
Right.
I refuse to take the meds.
Right. And then they expect you to, like, function like, hey, I got kids at the house, or I got responsibilities at the house. And you want me to take Ambien, you want me to take melatonin, trazodone, name your and I always say trazodone is what I always see people end up taking for lack of sleep, even though it's an antidepressant, and there's nothing wrong with them. It almost feels like you activate something on something that's not there, if that makes any sense.
No, absolutely. I think that, so you take kids, for instance, everyone wants to give Adderall to the kids real quick, right? And I'm against that. And that's just my personal opinion, where some parents see the ADHD as a problem. I see it as a gift, right? Why do you want to slow this kid down if this kid can see 10 steps ahead? Right. And you can say he can't stay still all day, but if you put him in front of a video game, he'll sit there for hours. So that's not that he can't stay still. It's a motivation thing.
Right.
But you see those things, and they want to give you medication for everything. Trazodone, I had it one time. Listen, it gave me night terrors.
That's what I heard. Yes. Yep. That's what I heard.
Help you sleep.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that paralysis, like people were seeing shit with that. And I'm like, God dang, dude. Spanky said VA doc prescribed trazodone for me to sleep. Yeah, no thanks. Did that somebody brought up a good, I mean, let me look at the comment here. Let me read the comment, because the comments are moving pretty good. Quinn in the comments says it was hard to be an anchoring rock for others. Once an MP, NCO, and I sat several hours talking with a soldier going through an acid trip in the 70s. We guided him through the trip in a way that we were suggesting mild, non-threatening mental imagery. He was close to freaking out at times, and we brought him back to central calming theme. When you're going through that, do you experience that? Do you see somebody, like, you know, when on the ayahuasca trip, was there anybody that was like not getting it, or having a bad trip?
So there's no such thing as a bad trip. That's the good thing. But during the ceremony, they offer, you can take multiple doses, right? You take it the first time, and for some people, the first time it takes a little longer to kick in, but they offer a second. And then during the ceremony, they offer another one. The first time I did it, I only had to take it one time, and I went deep dive. The second time, I took it 3 times because I went in and it kept pulling me out after a while. And it was like almost waking up from your dreams. So I wanted to go back in.
Wow. Did it have, that's a good question. Was this trip for male vets only? That's a good question. What did the women going through? What was their experiences on it?
So first, the organization that I went through is a Heroic Hearts Project. And as a matter of fact, they just opened up their site to take applications. They have males, they have females, they have couples. And they do it in Peru. They do it in the Amazon. If you want to sit there and trip while looking at a sloth on a tree.
Really? Jump in. My ass would jump. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to swim with the piranhas, you know?
or if you want to do it in Mexico, which was a beautiful place. This is a huge farm that the tribe owns. I mean, these guys even have their own mountain and river access.
Wow.
And it's it's a beautiful scenery, a beautiful environment, and you get to do it there as well. So it's very controlled. And these organizations, they covered the cost of everything.
Oh wow, that's now you still didn't answer the female portion of it yet. What are the
that's what
no, but what from what you've seen, what have females vet? Because I know I don't want to say there's a difference between boys and girls again in that argument, but I'm just going to say that male veterans and women veterans have a different perception of stuff on their experiences in the military. What from what you've seen, what have women veterans gone through? What have you observed, or what?
So there was no difference, and I'm going to tell you why. Because 9 out of 10 times, listen, there is military trauma. Absolutely. We evolved. A lot of us have gone through stuff in the military. But I found that 90% of us, most of our issues, including the PTSD, goes back to when you were a kid. So there's those underlying things that we have to sort through, right? Most of us have to heal our inner child. That's the problem, right? That's why we always pick the wrong person to date. That's why we always end up doing some dumb shit, because we don't ask ourselves the right questions, right? Like, are you friends with me, or are you friends with my demons?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a good one too. Yeah.
And for the females that do the ayahuasca, when it comes to the military stuff, again, I've spoken to a couple of female veterans. As a matter of fact, my ex-wife, she went to go do it herself. And, you know, unfortunately, while she was doing the ayahuasca, she had gotten news that her dad had passed. And she saw him there. She had that before she got the news. She had her vision. And she did her military stuff as well. Other females that have whatever military trauma, they sort through it. But again, ayahuasca is going to show you the root of it, not from where you think it came from. So it's pretty much the same. It's just, it's as simple as that. One is told by a female and the other one by a male, and it's all situational based.
Yeah, that's the, I think, because a lot of it, and I've seen some of the comments in here, some individuals have a fear of being out of control, or being, it not being controlled. It is 100% control. I mean,
listen, I got up whenever I wanted to. It's not like being drunk where you're like stumbling. No, whenever I wanted to go to the restroom or something, I got up. The only difference was that the guy holding space made sure that I didn't veer off anywhere. I went to the restroom. I knew exactly what was going on, what I was doing, and came back. But when I sat down, it just felt like I immediately went back into whatever I was doing. But you don't feel like you have no control. Gotcha. That fear that you have is right now, but that's why I said it removes the fear. So you're just in there. I mean, one of us started laughing, everyone started laughing, and it's just, you know, it's just you sorting through your stuff. There was only one guy that I saw that he got angry, but he wasn't verbally angry. Like, you can tell he was sorting through his stuff. But when he told his story, it was understandable why. He had lost a bunch of his soldiers. He went through some stuff. This guy had bullet holes in him. So what he had to sort through took a little longer, but that was the first guy to come out of there laughing and feeling better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it is a game changer.
I think have you heard, or I know I've seen some foundations and some groups pushing for those types of treatments for vets. Has the VA have you seen or have you read? Because I'm still sorting through some of their stuff. Said that they're open to it. Aside from an outside like VA secretary, have you seen anything come out saying that yes, this would be an adequate treatment for veterans?
Yes. So Heroic Hearts Project, for instance, they don't just send veterans to do the ayahuasca. There's a lot of testing and a lot of stuff they're doing. One of the reasons why it hit close to me is because they have the research that's showing that it's even been proven to slow down the symptoms of Parkinson's and dementia and stuff like that. So they're still testing not just the ayahuasca, but other psychedelics, right? Because look at ketamine. a lot of places now you can go get hooked up and get some ketamine treatment, right? And the VA, naturally, they're going to be scared, right? Because there's still a lot of testing they need to do. But in the world of psychology, the one thing we know is that we don't know, right? Psychology, mental health it's still pretty new, right? It's simple. When you break a bone, it's easy for the doctor to tell you what it is, what's going on, how long it's going to take, right? But when it's your brain, again, no two people are the same. So it's a little tricky. The VA, I want to say, is a little scared to pull the trigger on it. But just like anything else, psychedelics isn't for everyone, right? I know if you have schizophrenia or something like that, you can't have any psychedelics. You're already naturally tripping. You don't need anything else.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that a? I was just about ready to ask what are the disqualifiers to it, and that was going to be my question. Is you can't already have? I mean, other. I hate saying mental because the mental makes it sound like, oh, what do you because growing up you say, hey, what are you mental? It's almost like saying the retard word on people. So
why can't you say it?
No, because it has a stigma to it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's the stigma. Yeah,
that's why I said we need to break that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what mental disqualifiers to doing something like this?
So what I loved about this program, the one that I went to, you have a few weeks of interviews. You're actually interviewing with the doctor, the dietitian. Everyone's talking because you're going to be on a diet while you're there, and they're going through all your medication, everything. And from what I found out, the main thing that they ask you is if there's certain opioids that you are taking. The main question they ask you is, can you go without it while you're here? Because under the ayahuasca, you don't want to mix the two. It's the same reason why, as crazy as that sounds, they don't want you eating pork. So apparently, this is what they told me, and I found out over there. Apparently, the pig always knows when it's going to be slaughtered. So when the pig is going to be slaughtered, even if it's by surprise, the pig releases a chemical, and you're eating the pig. Doesn't matter how you cook it, you're taking those chemicals in. And that actually goes against the ayahuasca.
Really, man, dude, that's like the spirit of the pig. It's like a spirit of the meat type thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, yep. And so those are simple things they tell you. Okay, can you be on this diet?
Right.
These medications that you're on, you can take these, but can you go without these? And again, it's based on the individual, because some people, they're willing to, and others, they're just holding on tight to those meds. But I can promise you that if you can go that 1 week without those meds, and then especially doing the ayahuasca, because they don't just offer the ayahuasca there either. You're doing other stuff. You don't have to, but you're doing the rape, which they blow that up your nose, and you go into the sweat lodge.
Sweat lodge, yep.
And you do that for a while. So you get to experience all these things. And most of the guys that come out of there don't need their meds anymore. So, but the only main medical thing is schizophrenia.
Really? Okay. Is there something that can be helped with that? Is that really can that be fixed? I say fixed, but I know how you're saying about ADHD being a gift, or with some it's a gift, or can it be fixed? Can something like that be helped with schizophrenia, with any of the stuff?
So I believe that it can. So a few years back, I used to work for the sheriff's department at the jail, and a lot of the inmates, the mental health ones, there were quite a few that had schizophrenia, and you get to watch their behavior and all that. And the one thing that I don't like about what's been going on lately, with the world, is we're playing into people's delusions, and that's the first thing they tell you in mental health, right? If someone is hallucinating, you don't follow up with it and make them feel like what they see is real. No, if it's not real, you have to tell them, right? Because they have to understand it. and it's helping them understand what's real and what's not, because they only take their meds. Most of them take the meds once a month.
Gotcha.
And they start to trip usually when that month is almost over. But there is a way to help them taper off of that. The non-healthy way, which unfortunately happens a lot in most places, is meth.
Oh, wow.
A lot. I've met quite a few people who couldn't afford the medication. So meth has the same components as their medication for schizophrenia.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm not promoting go do meth. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, yeah. Well, see, that's the thing too, because you're gonna have those people come down. Well, you said it's okay to do this, but now you're saying it's not okay to do that. I mean, it's more destructive with meth. Is there? I mean, I don't want to. It's well, it kind of explains a lot of the veteran homelessness too. You know what I mean? It's like you see a lot of vets that are homeless, and you see them in some urban areas. Pick your city. It doesn't have to be a red state or a blue state. It just, you pick your city, and you see veterans, mostly homeless veterans, taking meth. I mean, using drugs like that. I just like, it's just frustrating to see, you know, especially with the government shutdown. You know what I mean? Like what we're talking about right now. I don't understand how, if, you know, we just come off of 20 years of war, we just come out of, and now we're starting to sort of kind of pseudo ramp up to do these stupid rotations. And I'm against doing the rotations constantly to Europe or constantly to Korea, when after we just did 20 years of the Infinity War, it's almost like you're resurging some shit back by having somebody deployed 9 months out, 9 months back, 9 months out, 9 months back. When you just, I don't know, it's one of those dynamics to where you're like, fuck, dude, put some soldiers back in Europe, you know, because back in the day we didn't do that shit because we had soldiers stationed in Europe, or we had more soldiers stationed in Korea, or more soldiers stationed in Kuwait. I just don't know what the, it's hard to, I don't know, it's hard to lay out. Okay, what do we do here? What's the thing? And also, I got a lot of shit for saying this one time, is I think the military, while you're in, does not do soldiers any favor to get out. So if you're getting out because of these rotations, because of the op tempo, then you're going to be going, oh, okay, well, you can't do ACAP. Nope, you got to do this field exercise, or you got to do this rotation. You got to go, and then maybe give you 30 days to transition out of the military. It's like a whole life event, and then soldiers end up on the freaking streets, and then we wonder, oh, well, they had opportunity to do this, they had an opportunity to do that. No, you didn't give them the opportunity of it. It's
the military also does a bad job at telling the soldiers, right, preparing them for the veteran community, right? There's a disconnection. No one tells you about the veteran community. Right. When I retired, they told me, thank you for your service. Walmart is hiring. I didn't know about veteran organizations. I didn't receive my retirement for 2 months. And luckily in San Antonio, I found an organization that paid my rent and my bills for 6 months and groceries. So I get knowledge hungry. When I found out about them, I was like, well, what else do I not know about? And that's where it all started. But when you're ACAPing, there's very few places. There's some veterans that are now getting behind the ball and going to the installations, and they're being allowed now to brief them on some of the things. So when they get out, because you don't know what you don't know. So you're going to get out and do what everyone else does, right? You're going to self-isolate, which is clearly not healthy, but you don't know what to look for or where to get the help.
Right.
And that's probably the bigger issue.
Right. No, it is, because then the veteran community can be just as bad as the military community when it comes to assisting each other. Like you said, the knowledge. The knowledge. Spanky says, "Wait, do we all self-isolate when we first get out?" I mean, yeah, I think it is. I think it's. I think we. So
I'm a strong believer, and myself included. So when we're in the military, we do everything as a team, right? No one does anything alone. I don't care like who you are, right? Even a sniper had a spotter. You can tell me what you did, and it does not matter. Everyone did it as a team. So now we get out of the military and we forget that we did everything as a team, and we think, well, with all this training, everything I got, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Until you realize one day you ain't got shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone has to hit, some people unfortunately have to hit their own personal rock bottom before they ask for help. Other people, it just comes easy. Other people, they just happen to stumble in the right place. And, you know, that's why I do a lot of the stuff that I do, the Reverend Warrior hikes, stuff with the grunt style. It's getting you out of the house, and it's an unofficial peer support.
Right.
You just need to talk to one veteran, and they'll tell you about everything that's going on. And it's a chain reaction.
And don't go backwards. Don't go, man, no, I don't feel like doing that. No. Even if you don't feel like doing it, get your ass out there and do it, because you don't want to regress back into that isolating mindset. One of the things that I've always, everyone asks me is like, dude, you know, you were in for so long and you retired and blah, blah. What do you do to not, you know, drive yourself mad, or what do you do to keep going? And exactly what you just said. Get in with other veteran organizations, talk to other veterans, shoot the shit with them. You know, even if you're in a bad mood, talk to a veteran that might get you out of the bad mood or help you out on a resource that you weren't even aware about. I mean, that you weren't even aware of. I just think that TAP and everyone's bringing in the comments, and they just said, here's some links, here you go. And I think when soldiers came in during the GWAT back in the day, and they're just now retiring, some of them were at rock bottom. Some of them were already, and they had a little bit more resilience and life skills to get back in the mix. Like for me, I was in the Guard before I went active duty, so I already knew how to get a job or look for a job or you know, network for a job. So for me, aside from the fact that everything's more digital nowadays, you can just, you know, do shit remote now or something like that. That's a little bit different, but yeah, it's one of those things to where I really wish, like you were saying, you know, you have some veterans that come out, talk to the installations, talk to the troops, come out for an ACAP session. You know, the Soldier for Life stuff, I get more propaganda, and I always say propaganda, from AER. I'm not propping AER, but AER, make sure you join AER. I get more stuff from AER than Soldier for Life. I get more, like the Army's not sending me anything for job fairs. The Army's not, they'll send me an email every quarter saying, hey, here's the Fort Bragg retirement day. Or they'll send you a little flyer, but there's no constant, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like you said. You're used to being a team, and now you're out there flapping, and there's no loss on the Soldier for Life stuff when it comes to still being out there flapping. You know what I mean? It's just
I always believe that it's always good to find your tribe, right?
Yeah.
Find the things that you like. Listen, there's a group of people that like to do the things you like. You like to hike. There's plenty of people that do that. If you're an introvert, listen, there's still, you take the hikes, for instance, the IW hikes. Mm-hmm. There could be hundreds of veterans there, but it doesn't mean you have to talk to everybody, right? You can fall back.
Exactly.
You can fall back and kind of, you know, dip your toes in the water and do it little by little.
Exactly.
But you got out the house, and that's a win.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is that simple sometimes.
And you know, sometimes you can see it. You'll see somebody on those hikes. I've been in a couple myself, around the Fort Bragg area, and you'll do a hike, and there's somebody that's quiet by themselves, off to themselves, and then you see them, and then the next time you do a hike, you see them again, and this time they're talking to you. Hey man, I saw you last time. What you doing, man? Hey, I saw that you know, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's give and take too, man. You just, I mean, find yourself a mission, get a mission. You know, if you need it, if you have to reach out. So what's the future for, you're just starting out, right? Mental Warrior 22. This is just beginning.
Yes. It is just the beginning. I started this a few months back, and I'm jumping back into it because my goal overall is, once I finish my doctorate, is I want to continue to give back to the veteran community. I want to provide that service for them for free. I want to have this vets taking care of vets. Am I still going to have my clients? Yes, I'm charging the civilians somewhere else. But I want to do this on my terms. I want to be able to still travel, go to events, and have that interaction with other veterans, right? Talk to them. They got stuff going on. Be like, okay, listen, I'm going to do this via Zoom. So if you want this, whether you want to do it alone with your spouse, with your family, let's do this.
So you're talking about you're talking about doing some seminars and stuff. You're talking about doing some. Are you guys planning on doing any like meetups, like aside from the IW hikes? Are you gonna do Mental Warrior 22 events, like, you know, hey, we're gonna do a veteran meetup or something like that? Is it gonna be traveling? I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but you guys gonna be doing traveling events too?
Yeah, so I'm currently working on motorcycle rides with different I ride with the combat veterans, and I'm trying to get with them from different states and do rides. I had the honor of riding in Oregon and doing one of their rides. But I want to put together rides. I want to put together local meetups. If there's an IW event or something happening somewhere, just just do random pop-ups in different cities.
Yep.
Pop it up, doing an event. I've talked to 9 different VFWs in different cities already where I can use their fire pits.
There we go. Yeah.
And do my stuff. And again, it's just getting people to come out their house and just let's talk. Because even something as simple as this, what you're doing here, whether you recognize it or not, what you're doing here is an unofficial peer support. You can be here talking shit about whether it's politics, tacos, or, you know, or mental health stuff.
Yeah.
But guess what? Look how many people you have chiming in, listening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Tacos brings people together, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, because it's always, I mean, me and Spanky, before COVID hit, we used to do the same thing. We used to go to pop-up events. We'd just show up and have discussions and go to IW hikes as well. And so we used to do that, but yeah, we're thinking about doing the same thing back. And a lot of it is, are you looking to expand? Are you going to look for volunteers to help out? What's the big game plan?
So I'm not trying to be good at 10 things. I'm trying to be great at one.
Gotcha. Okay.
For now, it's going to be my little broke bestie and I going to places and doing stuff like that, starting out small. And because again, our goal is just that. My overall goal is when I get Mental Warrior 22 up and running where it's supposed to be, I want to take a percentage of that to sponsor veterans to, let's say yourself, you want to go do the ayahuasca? Listen, I'm sending you.
Gotcha.
And then with my daughter, for the kids portion, a percentage is going for her savings, a percentage is going to kids veterans programs.
Oh man. See, that opens up a whole new freaking branch then if you're helping out veterans kids too, because that is the other level of death that we don't realize when a veteran's going through some issues. Is okay, themselves, their spouse or girlfriend, their family, but then we don't think about their kids. We always think about the adults surrounding them, but we never really put the kids in that same plane.
So this is why I would say to anyone who's watching, I don't know how many people are watching, listening, whoever watches later, they can shoot me a message. They have to remind me because listen, squirrel. But I do have a list. It's over 250 organizations, and there's maybe about 95 of them that are just for female veterans, but most of them are very family oriented. Whether you want to go to Alaska hunting and fishing, Colorado with the family, Orlando with the kids, to all the theme parks. I've gone to Spain, backpacking all of Spain. There's an organization that will pay for everything. They'll pay your gym membership for a year. They'll pay for your kids' activities. If you don't know these things, listen, these are things I've accumulated through the years, and I kept writing them down on a list along with the help of other veterans. I'll gladly share those things.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, shit, man. Thanks for coming on, Alex. Appreciate you, shooting the shit with us. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Mental Warrior 22, the future. That sounds, it's like you said, squirrel, but hey, there's going to be activities. There's going to be things being done for the veteran community that you can't, you just can't beat it, dude. It's what I'm talking about.
So all we can do is keep pushing forward.
Yeah, there you go. Keep pushing forward. Encourage each other, and make a mission. Keep the mission going. So, Appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, you guys we've been dropping links in the chats. And so we're going to take a break. Me and Alex are going to talk. But Alex, thanks again for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
And
you guys are awesome.
Yeah, no, you're awesome, dude. We love, this is the kind of outreach and networking we like to do. So we're going to take a break right quick. Everyone, smoke them if you got them. Shots. We'll be right back.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hell is a candle, not a big fireplace. It's a girl with blonde hair and tears down her face. It's a lack of emotion, but a devil so warm, with a sense of elation and souls being torn. Thought she was the problem, but I came to find that the thorns and the horns had always been mine. The devil in you and the devil in me are just part of the problem, as problems tend to be. You don't need to explain, we can both feel the pain. It's alright to lose faith, just don't lose this embrace, this devil in me. This devil in me. He met with my mother, said he's a son of a gun, and anybody who knows him is destined to run. Plays the blues like he owns it and breaks hearts like it's fun. But a lock is away when he's found the one, and he's cursed to the psycho, but he won't know he's there, since I won't let him die until his moment of despair. It's alright to lose faith, just don't lose this embrace, this devil in me. This devil in me. the barracks where the madness breeds, a soldier's tale of wild misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. It moves straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. The mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. It moves straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. In the ranks where the wild things roam, every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange. Army top of the force, it never will change. So raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say Army top of the force every single day.
so much. Alex Bonilla. That's a Warrior 2-2. Can't wait to see what he has in store for the veteran community. I hope you guys enjoyed that chat. We could have gone on longer. We almost went longer. That's why we went on a long break. So thank you guys for all the questions, and he's getting all the notes down and checking out all the comments and stuff like that. You guys got some good questions. I appreciate you guys in the chats with the feedback. All links have been posted of the groups and organizations and his links that he's been talking about. So this is pretty cool. I enjoy this type of discussion and this type of engagement because we need it. So, anyways, I think it's time for housekeeping, as Spanky would say. Housekeeping. Break out the lemon pledge. This is Monday edition with myself and Massey. Of course, Alex Bonilla was a guest, and then tomorrow is Pop Culture Warrior. I think we got a pretty big guest tomorrow. We got a what was his name? Christopher Randolph. This guy's the if you know him from who do you know who he is? Do you guys know who Christopher Randolph? Any let's put it this way. This dude's been like in every Metal Gear Solid game. Peace Walker, Ground Zero, The Phantom Pain, Definitive Experience, Solid Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. So he's been involved in some he's even won some World Film Festival awards. He will be joining CQ tomorrow. That's pretty freaking cool. I'm digging this. This is look at that. We're in the big leagues now. We're getting all the famous actors and actresses and also this Pop Culture Warrior is just crushing it. So tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. I like this. Anytime that comes Pop Culture Warrior stuff is the, how do I say this? It is the Mike has the or CQ has the content to that just reminisces, nostalgia for me. So anytime he talks about, he talks to Star Wars actors, voice actors, and all that. I just think that it's some good stuff. So Christopher Randolph on Pop Culture Warrior. Oh shit! Let me move away from the. Let me go back to the screen there. Bam. Bow, bow, bow. Also, we have on the Sports Bar on Wednesday. Do they have any freaking? See, the Sports Bar have any guests? Nope. Nor does the Smoke Pit. Obviously, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then 11 p.m. Again, Smoke Pit's crushing on the night hours, on the spooky season, on the spooky hours. And then let's see, what do we got? Thursday for Sergeant's Time. We don't have any guests this week, but Sergeant's Time we have Wounded Warrior Project legislative representatives on Sergeant's Time to talk about the Richard Hatch Act. Finally able to get some information on that. We're looking forward to get these guests on. And that's for Sergeant's Time. Of course, FTX. We also have New York Comic Con going on. Man, we're busy as CQ. Wait, is CQ still having his guest tomorrow? Oh, no, he's leaving, I guess. I guess he's going to leave after the show. I got to find out. New York City Comic Con starting. And we're going to be there as well. I think that's it. Co-ops is still going to be happening. FTX will not be happening. And then we have the other shows, the actual King Smith, normally on Monday. I don't know why I didn't play today. Was there supposed to be a no show today? I don't know. Or maybe I think they're getting ready to do New York Comic Con. At any rate, the King and Me with the actual King Smith and his wife, Michelle. I'm gonna tell you what, I like that stuff too. Nice and cozy discussions about marital life and relationships and stuff like that. Maybe I should have freaking taken some advice or something like that. So I wouldn't, as being the divorce enthusiast that I am. At any rate, make sure you share, like, and follow. We're broadcasting live on 5 different platforms. We are on, of course, the 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, 2 YouTube pages, 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and X at WTF Nation Radio. That's a fun platform to be on. X is a fun platform. I love being on X. Insta Live is too much of a pain in the butt to set up, so we could be Insta Live, but we prefer to be on, I don't know, maybe there'll be a future stream to get us alive as well. Make sure you share, like, and follow. As the kids say, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And I think that's it. You guys got anything for me? Again, I really appreciate Alex for coming on. Appreciate you guys in the chats engaging. And those are some good questions and good comments you guys had. This is what it's all about. So again, share, like, and follow. Oh, I almost forgot. I am going to be a guest on a podcast myself. And it's with it's with an interesting group of some good dudes. I'm going to be a guest on the podcast called Trunk Tales. And you'll see the format. Maybe we'll get some matter of fact, let me pull it up. Podcast from Grimsy and Max Media. Matter of fact, let me just open it up right now and let me screen cap that so you guys can know, already share, like, and follow who they are. Let me see right here. We got one here. There we go. Get some Trunk Tales action going here. There we go. Trunk Tales. I'm going to be a guest on there. I'm excited. This weekend coming up. So if you guys don't know Grimsy News, if you guys don't know all the Trunk stuff that he does, hilarious skits that he has and sketches, and go to this right here, the Trunk Tales. You guys, you're going to notice there's already been some familiar faces on here that he's already had on. And you're going to notice there's, let's see, the lectern guy, the guy that was that took the lectern or walked away with the lectern during the Capitol riots. Chuck Ritter. You guys remember Chuck Ritter, right? He was a guest on our podcast here. Nick Irving. BX on X. I mean, Mark Sibley, lectern guy, Junkyard Tactical. So I'm excited. Again, did we not subscribe to this thing? Here, bam. Oh, we are subscribed. Okay, there we go. So we are subscribed. So there we go. So again, it'll be this Sunday. I'll be on, and I don't know when they usually are a few days out when they post their podcast. So these are the guys right here. I will be joining them. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm pumped. Who knows what they're going to ask me? I don't know. Might reveal some personal information that hasn't quite hit the TL yet. If you don't know me or you do know me. So other than that, sure, like and follow, and appreciate y'all's engagements in the chats, and y'all have a good night. See ya. Shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Driving us insane. ATF 0-30, no time to complain. Push ups in the mud, feel the muscles strain. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Rock marches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand alive. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Souls and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand alive. Warriors forged in the battle line. It's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. Memories in our mind. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our sin. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.